Everybody moving around for position as your leader working at turn number 4. Jeremy Fairbairn, your race leader. Ryan Tremper Jr. running second. Moran now third. So Chandler Moran continue to gain some ground. Chandler qualified in the 9th spot. Chandler being scored third. So Chandler Moran continue to work up toward the front. Carter Cass currently running 5th. Good little race there. Carter Cass working on the 44. Cass in a 0-1. That little race there for 4th. So Fairbairn continue to hold on to the top position. Jeremy qualified 5th, so they've really been moving around for the top 5 or 6 positions. So Jeremy up front with 0.8 of a second advantage over Tremper Jr. Brian currently running second, 0.8 of a second behind your leader. Chandler Moran currently running third.
What's the age of these drivers? 8 to 12?
They'll close it in on the halfway point. Jeremy Fairbairn continue to move right along. There's Jeremy. He'll pick up the halfway sign. Okay, got a good little battle for that second place position. Really heating up off turn number 2. Tremper Jr. Brian running second. Chandler Moran currently running third. Chandler trying to work around that second place card as they'll work into turn 5. Good racing for second. So Jeremy Fairbairn continue to hold on to that top position. Jeremy qualified 5th. But right now carries a 1.3 second advantage. Working on our pre-finals. All pre-finals are 8 laps. So lap number 5 as they'll head to the stripe. As they'll come off that final turn. There's your leader. Oh, a good little race for second. Ryan Tremper Jr. in the 13, holding on to that position. We'll pick up 2 laps to go, this time by Jeremy Fairbairn holding on to that lead now as they'll work in a turn number 1. So Jeremy, your leader. Ryan Tremper running second. Moran sits third. Asquith's running 4th. 5th will be behind it. 6th it'll be Cass. It's running 7th. Connor Ferris 8th. Pretty good run for Connor Ferris, qualified 10th. Now being scored in that 8th place position for Connor Ferris. So Connor with a pretty good run. Fairbairn continue to show the way. Jeremy with a 1.8 second advantage. Move over sign now, going to come out for the 24. Your leader picks up the white flag. So white flag up, 1 to go. And the battle right now for that second place position going into turn 5. Good little race there, Tremper. In the 13, Chandler Moran in the 88. Continue to battle for second. Fairburn continued to break away. Boy, Jeremy now with a 2.8 second advantage. And he'll head in that final turn. So Jeremy looking to lock it up. Great run, started 5th. And we'll work that final turn. We'll see the checker. There's Jeremy. He'll lock it up. So Jeremy Fairburn will lock up the win. Coming home second, Tremper third. Chandler Moran coming home third, minus fourth. Baskowitz will round out your top 5. Good racing out of your Yamaha rookie class. The Comet Pro to the grid. That'll be Comet Pro. Again, take some time. Stop down by the WKA merchandise trailer. Look at all the brand new merchandise out for 2013. Also, visit the Daytona International Speedway merchandise trailer right here by registration. Stop down, pick up some great items from both the WKA merchandise trailer along with the Daytona International Speedway merchandise trailer. We'll get set for your Cadet Sportsman. They'll be up next. Cadet Sportsman followed by Comet Pro. So just a couple carts to get picked up. We'll move on to our Cadet Sportsman. 32 carts qualifying in our Cadet Sportsman. With Zach Holden on the pole. Zach with a 51.372. Well, this will be outside row 1. Luke in the number 3. In row 2, Alex Lester in the number 19. Sam Mayer will be in the number 22. Anthony Ganji Jr. starting 5th. Anthony in the 07. Michael Cruz starting 6th. Lance Fenderson will be starting 7th. Brandon Lemke starting 8th. Neil Verhagen will be starting 9th. And Michael D'Orlando starting 10th. Jamie Williams starting 11th. Ramodi will be starting in the 12th spot. Giovanni in the number 33. Garrett Moran starting 13th. Nicholas D'Orlando 14th. Leonardo Stoll will be starting 15th. Drew Lindley starting in the 16th position. Devin Buteau in the 08. Devin will be starting 18th. David Malakos will be starting 19th. Aiden Keel 20th. John Paul Southern Jr. 21st. Dylan DeVille will be starting 22nd. The field will make their way out. Ramirez starting 23rd. Jordan Fowler starting 24th. Grant Grashbach starting 25th. Vincenzo Saraceno starting 26th. Garrett Madison starting 27th. Tommy Burke starting 28th. Jason Weller starting 29th. Simon Sykes starting 30th. Will Ambrose starting 31st. Jake Nipper will be starting in that 32nd position. So 32 karts qualified in your Cadet Sportsman. Need Yamaha Junior. Yamaha Junior need you pre-grid. Yamaha Junior pre-grid. So Zach Holden going to lead him into turn number 1. No start. No start, so they'll shut him down. No start. And this reminder, fuel will be available till 4 o'clock today. You want to see JoJo at the front gate, he'll take you down to the fuel truck. Sunday, fuel will be sold till 12 noon, so you need to get your fuel today. You have till 4 o'clock tomorrow, Sunday, till 12 noon. Comet Pro on the grid. Yamaha Junior. That'll be Yamaha Junior. You are pre-grid. Be able to make their way to the start-finish line. Zach Holden. And we'll pick up the green. We're underway. Heavy traffic into turn number 3. Still some good side-by-side racing as the entire field working their way now into turn number 4. Off to a very good start, Zach Holden. Zach will take the field into turn number 6. Zach with a very good qualifying effort, 51.372. And driver staying right behind him. Going to keep the pressure on your leader. They'll come off that turn number 10. They'll head to the line. Now side by side going to the inside, the 07. Anthony Ganji Jr., they're going to collect a couple. They come off, they rub, they keep him going forward. And Anthony Ganji Jr., now your leader. Boy, Anthony had a great run down the front stretch. It opens up a good full car lane lead now to turn number 6. So Anthony Ganji gets around Zach Holder as they came off that final turn. Had a great run down the front stretch. And right now, Anthony Ganji Jr. coming up from that 5th starting position to be your leader. Long way to go as he'll cycle around for lap number 2, this time by. Anthony a little wobbly off that final turn. Top 3 drivers button it up into turn number 1. Angie Holden and Lester running in the 3rd spot. Good run going for Lester. Alex Lester qualified 3rd, currently running in that 3rd spot. Has a very quick cart as he keeps up with Holden and Anthony Ganji Jr. to turn 6. Good racing. All of a sudden, things starting to get crowded up front. Brandon Lemke now running in that 4th place position. So Brandon going to join that little party there. Right, Brandon qualified 8th now, has picked up 4 spots. So Lemke currently running 4th. Now he'll move up a position. Lemke now 3rd. So Lemke scoots up a position. Another quick card again. Lemke in the 0-1 works around Alex Lester. Lester back to 4th. Lemke now 3rd. Boy, Lemke qualified 8th, has picked up 5 positions, and he is definitely charging to the front. And Zach Holden set quick time earlier this morning. As that track continues to dry out, sun finally coming out here. We've seen a pretty consistent wind most of the morning. This will be the halfway point this time by. 4 down, 4 to go. Anthony Gange Jr., your second different leader, took it over up lap number 1. Continue to hold on to that top position. Pole sitter Zach Holden running in that second spot. Lemke running third. Alex Lester running fourth. Those 4 drivers now breaking away as they'll head into turn number 6. Lance Fredrickson currently running fifth, 3.1 seconds out of the top position. So you see that big gap between that 4th place running cart and the 5th place cart. That second pack of carts going to come into turn number 9. So your top 4 drivers breaking away as they'll come off turn 10. They'll head down the front stretch. Anthony Gange Jr., Holden, Lemke, and Lester. They're going to go look at this battle now as they come into turn 1. Lemke now second. Holden a drop back 2 positions. So Zach Holden back to 4th. We'll sort them out. And that actually helped out your race leader, Anthony Gange Jr. Lemke, Holden, and Lester continue to move around for position. So Anthony Gange Jr. likes that little battle behind him. He's opened up a little bit of breathing room. Holden will move up yet. He gets around Lester for 3rd. I got to believe the battle now going to be for that second place positions. 2 to go this time by. There it is, 2 to go. Anthony Gange Jr. The battle for second. Holden holding on to that position. Anytime, Anthony Gange Jr. breaking away from the field. Anthony with a 2.4 second advantage. So after an early battle, Anthony Gange Jr. breaking away with a 2.5 second advantage. Yeah, we're dealing with a good 3-cart battle for that second spot. Now a 2-cart battle. That'll be Holden running second, Lester third. Lemke dropped off the pace. Here comes Anthony Gange Jr. going to head to the line. White flag up, 1 to go. He'll take that Tony cart into turn number 1 with a commanding lead. Lester going to go to the inside. He'll take that spot away. Lester now second, Holden back to 3rd. For Hagen running in the 4 spot, Devin Buteau in the top 5. How about that? Devin Buteau, Florida driver. Devin Buteau qualified 18th. He is now running 5th, putting himself in a great spot for the final. Naples, Florida driver Devin Buteau in the top 5. So checker flag in hand for Anthony Gange Jr. Anthony will head to the line. He'll score the win. There's your winner, Anthony Gange Jr. Lester coming home second. Holden third. Verhagen fourth. 5th. It'll be Michael DiOrlando. The Yamaha Junior to the grid. Tag Masters to the grid. So your Comet Pro going to come up next. A couple carts to be taken off the track. Darian Marcus will start on the pole position. Marcus turning to 48.124. Nick Neri outside row number 1. Jonathan Cote will be starting 3rd. Aaron Brubaker will be starting in the 4th spot. Ashley Rogero 5th. Brent Snyder will be starting 6th. Kyle Kalis 7th. Joel Jens in the 35 starting 8th. Starting 9th will be Patrick Olson. Scott Knopp will be starting 10th. James Brock 11th. Josh Holtz will be starting 12th. Justin Pampich will be starting in the 13th position. So it'll be 8 laps, your Comet Pro. Need your Ultra Racing engines, Yamaha Junior. I need you on the grid. Tag Masters, DRT Racing. Tag Masters to the grid. John Kotick in the 03 scheduled inside row number 2. Yamaha Junior, you're on the grid. Tag Masters, you're pre-grid. Tag Masters. We'll get the 1 lap sign to go. We'll send them around one more time. Field looking pretty good now. So get on the throttle, heading to turn number 1. Yeah, no start, no start. Yamaha Junior, you're on the grid. Tag Masters, you are pre-grid. Yeah, no start again, no start. So Jonathan Kotick will move up into the top spot. And Brubaker also will move into row number 1. Nary and Marcus will drop to row number 2. So brand new row number 1. Green is out. We're underway. Good start as they'll head into turn number 2. Jonathan Kotick got a very good start as they'll head into turn number 4. So a bumping going on as they'll try to get him single file. So Jonathan holding on to that early lead as he heads into turn number 7. Your leader's coming down the front stretch. You continue to be your leader. Marcus running second. Ashley Rajero continue to gain some ground. Ashley now third. Qualified fifth. She's picked up 2 positions. Nick Neri running fourth. Patrick Olson sitting in the top 5. So good run going for Patrick Olson. Olson qualified in the 9th position. He has gained 4 spots. So there's a couple drivers on the move. Olsen in the 45, Ashley Rogero in the 7. With Aaron Marcus keeping a heat on your leader. Kodik in the number 03 and Marcus in the 68 continue to break away from Ashley Rogero. Ashley 1.1 seconds out of the top spot. Plenty of time to go. So just over the halfway point, 4 down, 4 to go. After that, in row number 1, inversion. Kotik continue to hold on to that top position. Marcus staying right with them. They'll head to the line. 5 laps complete this time by. There's your leader. Ashley running 3rd. Nick Neri running 4th. 5th it'll be Olsen. Brock will move up a spot now, running 6th. So Brock running in that 6th place position. Your leader will pick up the 2 laps sign to go. You got 3 Tony karts in the top 5. Comet with a Tony kart. Ashley Rogero, Nick Neri, all on Tony karts as they'll work their way into turn number 5. So the inversion helping out Jonathan Comet in that 0-3. Jonathan, best lap 43.203. So white flag up, 1 to go. This time by Kotick continue to hold on to the top spot. Ashley Rogero going to take a charge now at Darren Marcus for 2nd. Right on the bumper of Marcus into turn number 3. Nick Neri continue to hold on to 4th. Patrick Olsen 5th. Ashley going to work on Marcus on the entry to turn number 6. Little race there for that 2nd spot. Ashley had a very good lap, number 7, 43.149. So definitely one of the quicker karts out there, staying all over Marcus. Pushing Marcus into that final turn. Checker going to drop. Kotick will pick up the win. Marcus holds on to 2nd. Rogero 3rd. Nick Neri and Patrick Olsen. Need Yamaha Sportsman. Yamaha Sportsman, need you to the grid. The Ultra Racing Engines Yamaha Junior going to roll out for their 8-lap pre-final. Austin McCusker, your only driver to get into that 48-second bracket during qualify with a 48.882. He'll be in row number 1. Ryan Rafa, Emerson Reed, row 2. Dar Sokrak will be in row number 3 with Austin Osborne. Grant Quinlan starting 7th. Solarzak starting 8th. Gretchen Wagner starting 9th. Lenzema starting in the 10th spot. Targiano starting 11th. Manti starting in the 12th spot. Olivia Horn starting 13th. Stars will be starting 14th. Andre Castro starting 15th. Weir will be starting in the 16th spot. Raymond Erd will be starting 17th. Brandon Eve starting 18th. Mario Cangelosi starting in that 19th position. The field will come to the start-finish line. And no start, no start. Justin Gordon into 09 starting 20th. Dylan Miller starting 21st. Eric Sobel 22nd. Michael Reardon will be starting 23rd. Aaron Smith 24th. Alan Moore starting 25th. Julia Bowe starting 26th. Kevin Wilczek will be starting 27th. Noah Unger starting 28th. Colin Campbell 29th. Amby McGolfman starting 30th. Tyler Smith 31st. Hank Vanberg starting 32nd. And Marina Walter starting in the 33rd spot. Well, Yamaha Junior ready to go 8 laps pre-final. And no start. We'll send him around one more time. No start. Need Yamaha Sportsman. Yamaha Sportsman. Need you to the grid. Yamaha Sportsman.
Thank you, sir. Race monitor's working all right?
Austin McCusker in that 06 48.882. Again, obviously track conditions have changed quite a bit. The sun's been out, track's starting to dry out. And these drivers qualified on rain tires. And they'll come to the start-finish line. We'll look them over as they head into turn number 1. Trying to get them to slow down. And green is out. We're underway. And now they'll stack up at least 8 karts going to get together on the exit of turn 1. And they'll shovel around now trying to get some of these karts going. Trying to get that corner cleared out. That'll be the exit of turn number 1. 2. At least 6 drivers still hung up off of turn number 1. Should have plenty of time to get that area cleared out. Jake Venberg in the number 4, one of those drivers. The field will cycle around for lap number 1. So after that heavy contact earlier in lap number 1, the field cycles around. Ryan Rafa going to get up to that top position. So your leader, Ryan Rafa, right now. Oscar running second. Emerson Reed third. Or Sokrak running fourth. Fifth, it'll be Quinlan. Wagner running sixth. So just over the halfway point. 4 down, 4 to go. Ryan Rafa qualified in that third place position. And he continues to be your leader. Ryan currently is your leader in the 15. So just over the halfway sign. Leaders coming into turn number 1. Well, Ryan Rafa, your race leader. There's Solcrack now running second. Quinlan third. McCusker back to fourth. Gresham Wagner running fifth. Well, McCusker had set fast time earlier this morning on rain tires. Continued to go to the back. He'll drop back into the fourth place position. Wagner running fifth. Ryan Rafa right now 1.2 second advantage. He'll pick up 2 laps to go this time by. There's your leader. Rafa 2 to go this time by. All of a sudden, top 3 drivers starting to shuffle around and starting to see that to stretch out for your leader. Solcrack running 0.8 of a second behind Ryan. We'll pick up the white flag, one more trip around. Ryan Rafa started in row number 2 on the inside. He'll see the white flag this time by. There it is, 1 to go. Rafa, your leader. Solcrack running second. Quinlan third. McCusker fourth. Vinny running in the 5th spot. Austin Osborne 6th. Van running 7th. So Austin Osborne, after getting hung up early on, continue to stay in the top 10. All right, Rafa, final trip around. He'll head into turn number 9. Good 3-car length lead for your leader coming off that final turn. So here comes Ryan. He'll head to the line. He'll seal the deal. Ryan Rafa will score the win. There's Solcrack coming home second. Quinlan third. McCusker can have you rounding out your top 5. The Yamaha Junior, the 06, will be penalized 12 positions. And the 27 will also be penalized 8 positions. That'll be the 27. The Tony Wire. Tony Wire, please come to timing and scoring. Again, we have your phone at timing and scoring. So rolling up next, your Tag Masters, 8 laps. Brian McGetty on the inside of row number 1, Scott Falcone outside row 1. Row 2, Scott Ferris, Jeff Jewell. Starting 5th, Steve Schwer in the 14. John Ferris the 3rd, starting 6th. Open arrow will be in the number 05, starting 7th. Swallow starting 8th. Bobby Cummings starting 9th. Scott Roberts 10th. Kim Carapoletti starting 11th. Frederick Michael will be starting in the 12th spot. Bobby Green 13th. Christopher Rock starting 14th. Scott Carapoletti starting 15th. Jeff Schmidt 16th. Hector Rodriguez will be starting in the 17th spot. Field look good. They'll pick up the green as they'll come off turn number 1. Brian McGandy picking up right where he left off in qualifying. He'll be your early leader off of turn number 4. Yamaha Sportsman need you to the grid. Pirela Senior, you are pre-grid. That'll be Pirela Senior, you're pre-grid. Steve Schweer will work around Scott Falcone. That'll be for third. So Schweer on the move in the 14. Falcone dropping back into that fourth place position. Falcone has dropped 2 positions. Qualified outside of row number 1. Right now running 4th. As Schweer jumps up into the third place position. Field cycling around, working on your tag masters. So Brian McGandy moving right along. Gets at least a half a second advantage over Scott Ferris. They'll work their way into turn number 4. So Ferris right now about a half a second behind your leader. Steve Schweer 1.5 seconds behind your leader. So Brian McGandy is starting to break away early on. Steve Schweer and Scott Falcone doing battle now. That'll be for 4th. So quickly working our way to the halfway point next time by. Brian McGandy started on that pole position, has led every lap so far. Got a half a second lead over second running Scott Ferris. They'll pick up the halfway sign. This time by 4 down, 4 to go. There's your leader. McGandy into turn number 1. You got a 7/10 of an advantage now over Scott Ferris. Schreer running 3rd, Falcone running 4th. Jeff Jewell currently running 5th. John Ferris at 3rd, 6th. Bobby Cummings running 7th. Kim Carapoletti running 8th. 9th, it'll be Scott Carapoletti. 10th, it'll be Bobby Green. So McGandy picked up about 2/10 of an advantage on that last lap. Right now, 7/10 of a second ahead of Scott Ferris. Bryant again set fast time earlier this morning, 47.064. And his best lap right now on dry tires, 41.631. Well, McGandy really getting it dialed in. Bryant heads off at turn number 2. McGandy not only holding on to that top position, he has a quick lap in the entire field with a 41.631. Then that at lap number 4. So your leaders will pick up 2 laps to go this time by. Working on your final 2 to go. Off of turn number 2. Brian McGandy with an 8/10 of a second advantage. Steve Schwerer going to turn up the heat now on Scott Ferris. That'll be for second. White flag up will send him around one more time. Brian McGandy looking to go wire to wire here in your Tag Masters. Yamaha Sportsman, you're up next. It'll be Pirela Senior. You are pre-grid. So checker flag in hand. Brian McCanny looking to go wire to wire. McCanny will take a turn off that final turn, number 10. McCanny goes wire to wire. Scott Ferris, New Jersey driver, coming home second. Schweer third. Scott Falcone and Jeff Jewell. Comet Jr. Need you to the grid. Comet Jr. to the grid. Need Comet Jr. to the grid. Comet Jr. for your pre-final. So Yamaha Sportsman ready to roll out. MRP Burrell Yamaha Sportsman. And we'll get the one-lap sign to go. Zach Holden on the pole in the number 2. Outside row 1, Sam Mayer in the 0-2. Brandon Lemke starting 3rd. John Paul Southern Jr. starting 4th. 5th, it'll be David Malakis in the number 79. Samuel Bailey starting 26th. Anthony Ganji Jr. in the 07 will be starting 7th. Neil Verhagen going to be starting 8th. Michael Cruz 9th. Michael D. Orlando starting in the 10th spot. Ian Nelson 11th. Alton Scott will be starting 12th. Devin Buteau starting 13th. Lou Findas will be starting in the 14th position. The field will come down the front stretch. Obviously, time's a little bit slower as the track wet earlier this morning in qualifying. Green is out. We're underway. Yamaha Sportsman. Zach Holden got to get out to that early lead. Sam Mayer going to stay right with him as they'll work off. Now you got 3 karts getting together off the exit of turn number 1. All 3 drivers back under power. Connor Cass in the 12, one of those drivers. So Zach Colden under the gun as they work off of turn number 10. Sam Mayer keeping the heat on him as they'll head to the line. So David Malakis in that number 79 had a great qualifying effort, qualified 5th. And finds himself now watching the race. Well, David Malakis dropping out in the 79. So Zach Holden, your leader. Lemke running second. Anthony Ganji Jr. now being scored in the 3rd spot. So Anthony continued to find his way to the front. Qualified 7th, currently running 3rd. John Paul Southern Jr. off to a good start, currently running 4th. Mayer running 5th. So Holden, Lemke, Ganji Jr., and John Paul Southern Jr., top 4 drivers. And ahead into turn number 6. No change there. They'll shuffle. Oh, now you got one getting a little wobbly. Coming off of turn 6. And they'll continue to keep it tightened up, top 4 drivers. So Zach Holden will drop into that 2nd spot. It looks like Lemke will move up into the lead. We'll check him as they come to the line. So Zach Holden going to find himself continue to go backwards. Anthony Ganji Jr. will muscle his way to the lead. Holden dropping back to 3rd. Lemke 2nd. So be Ganji, your race leader. So 2nd different leader. Anthony Ganji coming from that 7th starting position to take over that top position. So Anthony, your leader. Lemke running 2nd. Holden being scored now in the 4th place position as John Paul Southern Jr. will move up into 3rd. So 4 laps down, 4 to go. Good little battle. Anthony Ganji Jr. doing battle up front. Those 2 drivers starting to get away. Zach Holden got to get a spot back. Holden coming off turn 4. Moves up around John Paul Southern Jr. Meantime, Ganji Jr. and Brandon Lemke break it away. Zach Holden continuing to bounce all the way around. Currently running 3rd as he'll head into turn number 10. Boy, Zach trying to take himself back up to the front. Your leader's going to come to the line. Well, 3 laps remaining. Good racing up front. Lemke all over Anthony Ganji Jr. as they'll head into turn number 8. We'll see 2 to go. This time by final 2. This should be some good racing. Anthony Ganji Jr. Now we're going to go to the inside. We'll see a swap for the top position. Now Anthony going to come right back. They're side by side. Candy 0-1 of Lemke going to slide off the track right in front of Holden. And that'll be Anthony Ganji Jr. now your leader. Lemke got to the inside. They cross coming off of turn number 1. Zach Holden trying to get a 2nd place finish. Your leaders head into turn number 9. How about Anthony Ganji Jr.? Anthony qualified in the 7th spot. The running order now, the new leader, Lemke, continue to hold on to the lead. So it is Lemke again, as he was side by side with Anthony Ganji a couple laps ago. So Lemke is your leader. John Paul Southern Jr. running second. Holden third. Anthony Ganji running fourth. Fifth, it'll be for Hagen. Michael Cruz running sixth. So Lemke is your leader. Heading to turn number 9 for the final time. Zach Holden trying to get that second position away from John Paul Southern Jr. And Lemke will pick up the win. John Paul Southern Jr. comes home second. Zach Holden picks up third. Need Yamaha Senior to the grid. Yamaha Senior for your final. Yamaha Senior, need you to the grid. Yamaha Senior. Need Yamaha Senior. Need you to the grid. Yamaha Senior. So your Grand Products top card, USA Pirela Senior. Will Owen on the pole. Jamie McMurray outside row 1. Mark Bose row 2. Calvin Stewart starting 4th. Derek Dignan in the number 24. Derek starting 5th. Mason Chalut starting 6th. Anderson starting in the 7th spot. Bingham starting 8th. Andrew Bedozo starting 9th. Robert will be starting 10th. Garrett Johnson 11th. Andrew Sherry starting 12th. Trenton Walco will be starting 13th. Colton Ramsey starting 14th. Nick Neri starting 15th. Jacob Dubin starting 16th. Jonathan Kotick will be starting 17th. Jake Johnson 18th. In the number 10 starting 19th, Jacob Donald. Chris Warren will be starting 20th. Ashley Rogero 21st. Dustin Strauss starting 22nd. Sean Meyer in the 0 starting 23rd. Ryan Ash starting 24th. Luca Vergara starting 25th. Patrick Soares starting 26th. Jacob Ball starting in the 27th position. Joel Jens 28th. Chase Jones 29th. Corey Tolles will be starting 30th. John McCusker starting 31st. Kyle Kalish in the 32nd position. Garrett Peterson 33rd. Christian Ross starting 34th. Lewis Satterley starting 35th. And Joseph Skaggs scheduled out in the 36th position. Need Yamaha Senior to the grid for your final. That'll be Yamaha Senior. So the field will make their way out. Your Pirela and Grand Products Top Kart USA Pirela Senior. Willow and Jamie McMurray, row number 1. Field going to make their way to the start-finish line. We'll get the one lap sign to go. We'll short shoot them. We'll send them around. Yamaha Senior, need you to the grid. Yamaha Senior. Yamaha Sportsman, the number 5 and 67 will be DQ'd. Again, that'll be Yamaha Sportsman, the number 5, number 67. Field will work off turn 10. They'll start to build up that speed. They'll head into turn number 1. And no start. We'll send them around. We'll short shoot them, get them lined up. Working on your Pirela Senior. And Will Owen qualifying on rain tires earlier this morning, 44.932. Jamie McMurray outside row 1, 44.934. Field will work their way to the start-finish line. They'll get on the throttle. We'll be looking to go green. And no start, no start. They'll bunch them up again in turn 1. Will Owen in a 23. Jamie McMurray in the number 1. Will Owen and Jamie McMurray, row number 1. We'll see if they get it down. This time they'll get on the throttle. You're looking them over. And no start this time again. No start. Looks like McMurray getting a little bit of a push there from that row number 2. Try it again as they come into turn number 1. And we'll like it. We'll go. Green is out. Boy, you're going to stack up at least 4 or 5 karts going to get together. Several going across the grassy area. So it looks like everybody back on the track as your leaders working turn number 7. So Jamie McMurray will cycle around as your early leader. Comes off with a 9/10 of a second advantage. Will Owen running second. Dignan third. Calvin Stewart running fourth. Boss running fifth. Boy, Jamie McMurray gets off to a very good start. Jamie qualified outside row number 1. Comet Sportsman will need Comet Sportsman to the grid. Comet Sportsman. A little flip-flop for that third place position. Most going to get around Dignan. Jamie McMurray up front, well in command. The final 2 circuits ago, McMurray with a 1.5 second advantage over Will Owen. Ramos running second, Dignan. Robert Verdoso now moving in the top 5. So traffic stretching out as McMurray holding on to that top position. McMurray 1.5 second advantage. Will Owen holding on to second. Will Owen, your pole sitter. As McMurray will pick up the white flag this time by Jamie McMurray will head to the line. And McMurray will pick up the white flag, 1 to go. McMurray with a 2-second advantage. So traffic stretching out. McMurray moving right along. Boy, heavy traffic behind your third place car as they'll work their way into turn number 5. So McMurray will cycle around for the final time. Jamie McMurray started outside of row number 1. McMurray will head into that final turn number 10. Well over a 2-second advantage for McMurray as he'll check off turn number 10. And McMurray will pick up your Pirela Senior win as he heads to the line. Will Owen coming home in that second spot. Post comes home third. Dignan and Mason Chalut's going to round out your top 5.